Another tactic with Muay Thai is the knees. Okay? Not only do the knees are a close motion. They do a lot of damage from a short distance. Okay? With the knees, there's a lot of ways we can throw them. One, we can throw the long knee. As I stay in my fighting stance, I'm throwing the knee from a distance. I can also come closer, and I can throw a side knee coming up right under his armpit and hitting him right here in his ribs. I can also control his body and throw short knees into his body, essentially breaking down his body. And then lastly, I can bring these straight up, bringing them to his head or to his chin. Right now, we're going to start off of the 1-2. Again, I don't want to start any of my long-range techniques, my knees, my kicks, without first distracting him with my hands. So we're going to start with the 1-2 with the right long knee. So again, Al and I are squared off. I throw my straight left. I turn my hip for my straight right. As I bring this back in, my right hip comes up. My knee drives into his chest. I want to aim for the center of his chest. It's the biggest target. It's also the best place to knock the wind out of him or to break the inside of his chest, to crack his sternum. If it's a street scenario, 1-2, and then I can go ahead and take the groin. But since Alan's a friend of mine, we'll just stick to the body. 1-2, come back, step, bringing your knee in. Again, 1-2, distract your opponent, bring your hands back to your face, your right hip's going to come up, and then explode forward and back. Okay? So as I go faster, it's going to be 1-2, and back again. 1-2, and back again. This can also be used after I'm defending myself for my opponent's attack. Should Alan decide to throw his own 1-2 combination, I can then block his 1-2 and then come in with the knee as a counter. So while his hands are still up, trying to punch me in the face, I can come in with the knee. Or, if he decides he wants to come in with a haymaker punch, that I'm going to knock you into next week kind of punch, he throws that punch wide, I can come here, leaving his whole body exposed. From there, it's very easy for me to go long or to go short and bring him in. So we're squared up. He has a problem with me. He decides that he's got to send my head into next week. As he throws that punch, I block here, and then I bring in with the knee. Block, and I bring in with the knee. So instead of getting into a slugging match with him, I decide that he gives one, I'll give one. But this time, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to take what's open to me, what leaves more options for me. So he throws his haymaker, I block, knee. Or he throws his haymaker, I block, I grab his head, and I bring him in. Or I can take his face as well here, and then take the knee, bring the knee up into his chin. Grab, bring the knee up into his chin. And then if you're really fast, he throws this too, you can even be a preemptive strike. You see that he's going to throw that punch? Don't wait. Knee him in the chest. Knee him in the chest. This can also be used if he decides that he wants to use his leg kicks. He decides that he's throwing his 1-2-3. And now he's going to follow up with the low leg kick to the front of my thigh. So instead of, 1-2-3 please. Me dragging my hand down for the kick and having my wrist broken, I'm going to use my front leg check. Again. That way I stop the kick from hitting anything vital in my leg or my upper body. And then I can also counter with my long knee. Stepping in and kneeing his body before he gets a chance to recuperate. Again, check. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to bring my hips forward, kneeing him in the body. Check. Step forward. Bring my hip forward, kneeing him in the body. Step forward. Now it's really important that my hip goes forward. If I leave my hip on the outside, I swing up and I get nothing but air. What I want to make sure that I do is that I push my energy forward, my whole body weight forward. That sends my opponent back. Again, stepping, bringing in with the knee.